It was a bright, sunny day in Dallas, Texas. November 22nd, 1963. President John F. Kennedy, young and charismatic, rode in an open car. He was with his wife, Jacqueline, a picture of elegance. Crowds cheered, eager to catch a glimpse of their leader. Then, gunshots shattered the air. The world watched in horror as Kennedy slumped, mortally wounded. This moment, forever etched in history, marked the end of an era. It also ignited a firestorm of questions that continue to burn today. The assassination of John F. Kennedy remains one of the most shocking events in American history. John F. Kennedy, at 43, was the youngest man ever elected President of the United States. His election in 1960 brought a sense of hope and renewal to the country. Kennedy's charisma and optimism resonated with millions. He promised a new frontier, tackling issues like poverty, racial inequality, and the space race. But Kennedy's presidency was also marked by international crises. The Bay of Pigs invasion, the Cuban Missile Crisis, and the escalating conflict in Vietnam tested his leadership. These events, some argue, made Kennedy enemies, both at home and abroad. Enemies who might have sought to silence him permanently. Kennedy's trip to Dallas was intended to drum up support for his re-election campaign in 1964. Texas, a key state, was proving difficult to secure. Kennedy, accompanied by his wife and Vice President Lyndon B. Johnson, arrived in Dallas on a wave of good spirits. The motorcade route, designed to maximize exposure to the crowds, took them through Dealey Plaza. As the presidential limousine passed the Texas School Book Depository, shots rang out. Kennedy was struck twice, once in the head and once in the neck. The car sped to Parkland Memorial Hospital, but it was too late. John F. Kennedy was pronounced dead at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. The news of Kennedy's assassination sent shockwaves across the nation and the world. People everywhere were glued to their televisions, struggling to comprehend the tragedy. The assassination was a visceral reminder of the fragility of life, even at the highest levels of power. It also exposed the deep divisions and undercurrents of violence that existed within American society. In the aftermath of the assassination, President Lyndon B. Johnson established the Warren Commission. This commission, chaired by Chief Justice Earl Warren, was tasked with investigating Kennedy's murder. The Commission's investigation was extensive, involving hundreds of witnesses and thousands of pieces of evidence. After months of work, the Warren Commission released its report in September 1964. The report concluded that Lee Harvey Oswald, a former Marine with alleged communist sympathies, acted alone in assassinating President Kennedy. The Warren Commission's findings, while presented as definitive, did little to quell the doubts and suspicions surrounding Kennedy's death. The report's reliance on circumstantial evidence, coupled with Oswald's own murder just days after the assassination, left many unconvinced. How could a lone gunman, armed with a relatively low-powered rifle, have inflicted such precise and deadly wounds? Why did Oswald, if he was the sole assassin, never confess to his crime? These questions, and many others, continued to fuel speculation and conspiracy theories. Section 5, Shadows of Doubt, the Seeds of Conspiracy. Despite the Warren Commission's conclusions, many people remained skeptical. The circumstances of the assassination, coupled with what some saw as inconsistencies in the official narrative, gave rise to numerous conspiracy theories. These theories, ranging from plausible to outlandish, often implicated powerful figures and organizations. The CIA, the Mafia, Fidel Castro, even Lyndon B. Johnson himself were all named as potential suspects. The assassination, for many, became a symbol of government secrecy and the potential for abuse of power. The proliferation of conspiracy theories, while often dismissed as the work of fringe groups or paranoid minds, reflected a deep-seated distrust of authority. The Vietnam War, escalating at the time of Kennedy's death, further fueled these suspicions. Was Kennedy planning to withdraw from Vietnam, a move that would have angered the military-industrial complex? Did his stance on civil rights make him a target of white supremacist groups? These questions, unanswered by the official investigation, kept the flames of conspiracy alive. Section 6. The single bullet theory, fact or fabrication. One of the most controversial aspects of the Warren Commission's report was the single bullet theory. This theory posits that a single bullet, fired by Oswald from the Texas School Book Depository, passed through President Kennedy's neck and then struck Governor John Connally, who was riding in the front seat. This theory, crucial to the Warren Commission's conclusion of a lone gunman, has been challenged by many researchers and ballistic experts. Critics argue that the bullet's trajectory, as well as the number and severity of the wounds inflicted, make the single bullet theory highly improbable. The debate over the single bullet theory highlights the difficulty of reconstructing events with absolute certainty, even with modern forensic techniques. Witnesses often contradict each other, memories fade, and physical evidence can be interpreted in multiple ways. The single bullet theory, while supported by some, remains a point of contention and a source of skepticism for many who question the official narrative of Kennedy's assassination. Section 7. The grassy knoll and the second shooter, persistent theories. Perhaps the most enduring image associated with Kennedy's assassination is that of the grassy knoll. This small, grassy hill, located to the front and right of Kennedy's limousine at that time of the shooting, has become synonymous with conspiracy theories. Many witnesses claim to have seen a puff of smoke or a muzzle flash originating from the grassy knoll, suggesting the presence of a second shooter. This second shooter, according to some theories, delivered the fatal headshot that killed Kennedy. The grassy knoll, while never conclusively linked to a second shooter, continues to capture the imagination of those who believe there is more to the story than the official account reveals. The lack of a clear view of the grassy knoll in the Zapruder film, the only known complete film of the assassination, has only added to the mystery. Was there someone hiding on the grassy knoll that day? If so, who were they working for, and why did they want Kennedy dead? Section 8. The CIA and the Mafia whispers of dark forces. Among the most popular conspiracy theories surrounding Kennedy's assassination are those involving the CIA and the Mafia. Kennedy's brother, Robert F. Kennedy, as Attorney General, had waged a relentless campaign against organized crime. Some believe that the Mafia, seeking revenge, may have played a role in Kennedy's assassination. Others point to the CIA, angered by Kennedy's handling of the Bay of Pigs invasion and his perceived weakness on communism, as potential conspirators. The CIA and the Mafia, both shrouded in secrecy and known for their ruthlessness, make for compelling villains in the Kennedy assassination saga. While evidence directly linking either organization to the assassination remains elusive, the possibility of their involvement continues to fuel speculation. Did elements within the CIA or the Mafia see Kennedy as a threat to their interests? Did they have the means and the motive to orchestrate his assassination? Section 9. Unlocking the past. Declassified documents and new insights. In recent years, the release of thousands of previously classified documents related to the Kennedy assassination has provided new insights into the events surrounding that fateful day. These documents, while not providing definitive answers, have shed light on previously unknown details and raised new questions. The documents reveal, for example, that Oswald had contact with Soviet and Cuban officials in the months leading up to the assassination. They also show that the CIA was monitoring Oswald's movements, but failed to prevent the assassination. The release of these documents, while welcomed by researchers and historians, has done little to quell the debate over Kennedy's assassination. Some see the documents as confirming their suspicions of a cover-up, while others view them as providing a more nuanced understanding of the events surrounding the assassination. The documents, while offering glimpses into the past, have also highlighted how much we still don't know about the Kennedy assassination. Section 10. The enduring legacy, JFK, and the unanswered questions. The assassination of John F. Kennedy remains a pivotal moment in American history. It marked the end of an era of idealism and hope, ushering in a period of social and political upheaval. The assassination also left an enduring legacy of unanswered questions. Was Lee Harvey Oswald really a lone gunman, driven by personal demons, or was he a pawn in a much larger and more sinister plot? The truth, whatever it may be, remains elusive. The assassination of John F. Kennedy continues to fascinate and haunt us. It serves as a reminder of the fragility of life, the power of conspiracy, and the enduring human need to find meaning in tragedy. The search for answers continues, driven by a desire for justice, a thirst for truth, and a belief that some mysteries are too important to remain unsolved. The assassination of JFK is not just a historical event, it is an open wound on the American psyche, a wound that may never fully heal.